And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. On the hill here today, Jack Flaherty. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Flaherty notched a complete game the last time on the hill. Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Fastball for a strike.
Yeah, not a lot of pitchers racking up complete games nowadays, so that last start of his really stands out for me. When you can eat innings like that, you take a big weight off your bullpen, and that's very valuable.
Right side. Torres handles. Slings to first. 2 away here in the top of the first. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
0-1's the count.
2 out, space is empty. That's to third, and foul ball. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Bottom of the first. And now the DH, Jahmai Jones. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Siggy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. And a foul ball. Jones went deep in his most recent game. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Isbell moving under it. And there's one down. Next to hit, Wenzel Perez.
Yeah, Boog, and earlier this year he had the honor of being invited to the All-Star game.
There's a swing and a drive. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. 1 out, runner at second. Spencer Torkelson getting ready to hit. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that's fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
That one misses, and it's 1-2. And he grounds one to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Gleyber Torres. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. Tap foul at the plate. Torres with some impressive production lately. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Yastrzemski makes the catch. And that is... And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Baez fires over to first. And a couple of quick outs. On the ground to the left, Ibanez tosses to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Royals bats are quiet there. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Back at Comerica Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. Bubic back to work. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Hard hit right side. In plenty of time to first. One up, one down.
Batting 6, shortstop, Javier Baez.
So here's Baez now. Line drive. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Here's the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. Late with the swing there.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Late swing, foul to the left. Flaherty, in his 8th season, 29 years old, he joined the team as a free agent. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Up the middle. Sends it to first. And one away in the top of the 3rd.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to 3rd, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Nick Lofton, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game. Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On to first. Out number 3. Slap the other way, foul.
Well, these Tigers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
Hit on the ground to short. To first, and a couple of quick outs. Here's Jahmai Jones. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Late on that fastball.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm. Sat down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
This one popped up. Frazier. That is the inning. Offense. fouled off to the right. The wind of the pitch. That's hard hit on the line. Catches, stumbles, hangs on. Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. That's to third. Ibanez zips it to first. And that quickly 2 away. And now Vinny Pasquantino. And a base hit up the middle. And that keeps the inning going. Next is the Royals catcher, Salvador Perez. This to third, Ibanez. They get the force, and he is thrown. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there, and that is a foul ball. In the air to left center is Bell. Puts it away for the out. Spencer Torkelson now at the plate. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
And now 1 and 2. And misses inside. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. 1 out, base is empty. Three and 2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Here's Gleyber Torres, flied to right his first time. That ball misses 1. The zone, and that's ball 1. Just missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Man at first, 1 away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
And up next for Detroit, Dylan Dingler. And he swings over the top there.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And it's strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Turns to second for 1. Double play. What a twin killing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. In for a strike. Good slider.
Well, these Royals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Over to first. 1 away here in the 5th. Frazier swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
In the air, left field. Vierling snags it for the second out. Jonathan India at the plate. On the ground, out to short. Whips it across. That's out number 3. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Bubic back to work. Swing and he breaks his bat. The throw to first. Baez gone in the play. Andy Ibanez will hit next. He's 0 for 1. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
And a foul ball. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Set down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner, absolutely frozen.
Carpenter at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Not close with that one. Now 1 and 2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Top of the 6th inning. So up now for Kansas City, Nick Lofton. Ouch, that one drilled him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status.
Up next
now the third baseman, Michael Garcia. Runner on the go. Base hit into right center. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. So up next, Kyle Isbell. That misses the zone. 1-0.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
1 ball, 1 strike.
With the go-ahead run at third, and we're at the top half of the 6th.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. Look for the next hitter to...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. 1 runs in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 2 on, 1 out. Vinny Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. Fastball for a strike. Base hit. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and they're up by 3.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Salvi steps into the box now. He was late there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Still only 1 out here in the inning. On the ground to third. And that's a fair ball. And it'll be runners at second and third. Only 1 away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
2 on, 1 out. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. And it's 0-2. So Yaz is struck out. Here's Adam Frazier. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. It's 5-0. A 2-run double.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Now it's going to be Jonathan India, and that is out of play. Frazier at second with 2 down. Out to center. Perez squeezes it, and that'll do it. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Royals 5 and the Tigers nothing. That one hammered center field. That's back there. And that one is off the wall. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he makes it into third with a leadoff triple.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame. Well, these Tigers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the...
That one the other way. Makes the grab, 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And first offering is fouled off.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Now 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Slice to right. Yastrzemski makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. Bang, bang play, and the inning is over.
Always exciting when there's a play at the plate and potential inning ender. Great throw by the outfielder, but awesome as well by the catcher. That's a nice play all around.
All set for the start of the inning. Now the left fielder, Nick Lofton. There's a strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
On the ground, right side. Collected by Torres. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one just misses the outside corner. And that's ball 1. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Lifted in the air, right center field. Perez flying after this one, and he makes the grab. That's out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
That pitch just misses the inside corner, and the count 1-2. Good eye right there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Got him looking, and he's up to 7 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
That one ripped, but foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a great slider right there, and I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
And that one is lifted in the air. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. In there safely. And here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Activity in the bullpen. Carlos Estevez up and loosening in the pen. Ersig also throwing. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
The other way. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here. New pitcher for the Tigers, Paul Sewald. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh.
Number 62.
And that one ripped into right, and foul ball. Swung on and fouled off, and he'll need a new bat.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Baez fires over to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Pasquantino stands in here, takes ball 1 low. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him swinging. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is.
Pitching for Kansas
And
City.
we're back. Here's the third
Number
baseman,
53.
Andy Ibanez.
Carlos Estevez.
Cut on and missed 96 of that fastball.
0-1's the count.
That one missed.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2-2 the count.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
the only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
No balls,
The
2 strikes.
Royals leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. And they'll do it again. And that's
Yep, that ball went
outside.
out.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third
Now coming in to
strikeout,
pitch
and this
hit.
one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Brant Herter.
Now
Bringing in the lefty
pitching
with
for
a
the
left-handed
Tigers.
hitter coming up to hit. Classic
Number
bullpen
48.
move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Herter.
That one inside,
That's
and the
inside.
count 1-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Green makes the catch, and there's one gone. And next up for the Royals, Adam Frazier. Strike 1.
He's been great in this one.
0-1.
Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
That one fouled off. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Digging in, Jonathan India. First offering, and it just misses. Herter, 26 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first, and that is that. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Lucas Erceg.
Now coming in
He
to
has a
pitch hit.
great
Oh,
slider with tons of movement. And first offering is fouled off. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Then there's one down. So digging in, Wenzel Perez. 1 for 3. First pitch swinging.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Just
Nope.
missed.
Ball 1.
Too close for me, partner, to take
1
that
ball,
0-2
2 strikes,
fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
1 down, base is empty. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms. It gets to Bill.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that'll do it. The Royals use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.